Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sibelius Academy of the University of Arts in Helsinki to follow this series of workshops on orchestral repertoire for the brass instruments. As the name of our school suggests, Jean Sibelius and his music play a key role in the Finnish musical life. Naturally, the Finnish symphony orchestras have a strong tradition in playing his music. The Helsinki Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by the composer himself, gave first performances of most of his orchestral works. In these sessions, the brass teachers of the Sibelius Academy will be working together with our students on excerpts from the symphonies of Jean Sibelius. We will have a session with the French horns, with the trumpets, and the low brass, i.e. the trombones, and the tuba.
Okay, thank you. It's very nice to see you all here. And first, Sibelius' first symphony. It's called National Romantic. Why? Well, actually, it was composed in 1899 to 1900, which was time in Finland that actually the whole administration turned very much against Finnish national idea, and they tried to make Finland very, very much more part of Russian Empire. And of course that made all our national heroes made more national idea supporting art work, like in painting, in literature, and of course Sibelius in music. So this is that time, young Sibelius made the first symphony, and of course it's full of that kind of elements. And now it's very interesting to try to find something which is not written in the parts, which is really the spirit of that thing. Sounds great now. Very often all of these tutti brass excerpts, they have pulse, but very often, for example, the 16th note, it's not so quick if we think about the phrasing. If we go ti-pa-pa-pam, it's like more laid back. And actually this is more rule than in that place, which means it's the whole thing, it's more stability. And phrasing, of course, is always for the last note. Very much better. Now it's started feeling to me, which we have played this many times with Helsinki Philharmonic, that it's really Sibelius now. When you go ahead the excerpt, it doesn't say in the parts, but kind of it's wider and wider. It should be. It's just a weight of the tradition. So when you start, this is really, really good. But then those crescendos, tam, pa, pa, beep, those crescendos should be a little bit more. Even now we don't have the other orchestra, but especially when we have an orchestra, you can really, really find out of that. But I mean, all the orchestras are playing like that, and even great Sibelius conductors that are not Finnish with orchestras that are not Finnish, like Eugenio Mardi with Philadelphia. The same tradition is very, very strongly there because the knowledge is from Sibelius, from there as well. And now it's much more homogenic as well, the things. But now when you are doing this, like it's not rubato, but more laid back, the feeling is same that the rain. Because after this is the big transition, and very like dee, da 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 da. So it's kind of this is big transition for that. Even it's not finalizing anything. Let's hear this piece. Your version is now almost the same. but actually, the big point was that never go too much ahead. Very often hear the version that pa, which is a little bit too much ahead, and you are running with that, which kind of, then we lose the intense. Okay, the second excerpt. Good. A little bit same things. Again, the 16th. It keeps the feeling because the feeling and phrasing is going straight ahead. But we don't want any kind of accelerando there. So that we make that the kind of that keep the intensity is really that the tempo, we make sure that we are not ahead with those short notes like 16. And we wasn't totally together in this first, but think about that. Then again, the dynamics. It's marked for tuba that you mezzo something, but anyway, there's quite much orchestra already playing then. So it's kind of even in here, I would start a little bit more, and then because in low and you go lower. Then when trombones come in, that could be mezzo something because we want to do quite big crescendo. If that's already mezzo forte, it can kind of it's very easy to lose the big crescendo's intensity. And so that the first mezzo something, even and this is even balancing as well. We can always hear the first trombone, even because it's the highest note. So if you could support a little bit more, last thing, the length of the notes. It's not too short. Da da da, pa 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 pa. So definitely to the end, that we still have the phrasing which is going straight ahead there. Good. Once more. Last phrase is not still together, and why it's not? Because the first trombone is now doing a little bit more phrasing and wider, and this is more in exact tempo in yours. Let's play only the last one, and when after this we listen the Helsinki Philharmonic version, you can hear that it's kind of all this is the big line for this, which is the big thing that it's the loudest and the greatest, more pomposity and majestic fun. And then comes the very, very big strings, which is doing joining for that and making them very long and big diminuendo. So you are kind of making the big moment and the goal. This is the goal. And that's why, again, one thing that now I hear very, very good resonance and control of resonance. But if you still play a little bit longer notes, we can still make it bigger and even louder, maybe in second trombone. But I mean the balance. It was good, but still I wanted, if we play the whole thing, this should be the beef. Only this. Yes. This sounds much better now. And especially, and the balance in here is much better. And now it's very, very good. When this sweller and the crescendo diminuendo comes, it's very much, but if tuba makes it more, like now you did, for me, it's more symphonic. And it's really, this is, it's really giving more upper register things and supporting this. Even smaller. Now the whole thing. Much better. Still, the crescendos before the first phrase in ending could be even more wider. Very, very big thing from the history. When these were first premiered, Baldamus, who was the first trombone of Helsinki Philharmonic, asked Sibelius that what is really, because it sounds like that this balance is not really good. Maybe we have to remember that there was not so many string players in those orchestras, and still the same amount of brass players. So that it has to be done kind of in a compromise way. Today's, with the big full orchestra, is different. So asked that how about the dynamics? And Sibelius said, and my translation is that never play like this ugly horn that you play as loud as you can when you still keep the very, very tight control of that. And that's still today very, very good thing. Whatever you do, but when it keeps that, it's really, really in tight in the shape and control. Because in those places are the high points of that. Let's listen this from here. and really the high point after when it starts to go again back for the really the oasis. Okay, the third one. Very good, very good. Again, a little bit same things. First and biggest thing for the resonance is now that the shorter notes, which are here, I mean quarter notes, should be longer. I mean that we can hear more. That it's ta, ka, ka, pa, pa, pa. So the breathing has to be very, very active whenever you are doing that. So that it's short, that it's shortest possible gap there. And in that way, we can make the long phrasing. Dynamics, good. Just before the high bend, ram, pa, here could be a little bit that all the listener, even in exact playing, can hear that is the most important, and we are going. Because after that, we going and those bars before the very, very long last note. Okay, then the big question, how to play the last note, which is definitely too long, without breathing, especially in lower registers. But I mean, it's even in first trombone, it's too long. Okay, another principal trombone of Helsinki Philharmonic, Olavi Lampinen, which was first finished in that job, asked Sibelius that how is really, what is the idea of that we can't do that in perfectly because it's too long. So then Sibelius said that, oh, I didn't think about this. I mean, it just looks very great in the score. Just breathe wherever you want. That it's really, and now you are kind of doing that, but just make sure that it's shared. The places are shared, that they are kind of, and as late as possible, because it's first we keep the intense, and then we are doing the softer, and then it's shared, and again as quick as possible. So don't do that. You do one breath and try to do as much as when it's good. You can do small breaths and a little bit more often, so then it doesn't disturb so much the line. That's the idea. And then with that kind of knowledge, it's possible to do that. It sounds perfect, or almost perfect. Good, with this, so good start, intense, the length of the notes, long enough, and then the crescendo's high point, and then the breaths. Those things, please. Very, very good last note now. Really, really good. Really, really good. In the end, let's listen to Helsinki Philharmonic. And this is really building before you're in So now you have a really the idea you can hear actually in the real life. It's still even more And the main point is the same what Sibelius said. It has to be very dramatic, but always under control. And thank you, guys. Great playing. Good guys. Good future. And I hope you enjoy this.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, so this is the very ending of Sibelius Second. So I would say it could be a bit more pesant actually when we come into this big theme. What is it? 4 before R, right? Yam tadam pam bim pam pa. In general, I think you can really make sure that it's never sounding short. That is always really, really full. Can we take straight on this pesante? To hold back a little bit in tempo, so keep the drive even though you play it really, really full length. And also, so that it's really yam pa bim pam bim pam pa, that you have a lot of weight but also a lot of pride in how you play that 16th. So now it's a little bit sloppy, it's a little bit too woo Mountain King. So really make sure that it's snappy but pesante. Once more the same place. Here we need a dynamic change. I would say that you had a nice fortissimo before. This needs to be more. We need to hear that it's triple F here. Can you take straight on this triple F? Watch it also, that same proudness, same pride also here in the 16th, that it doesn't go too close to an 8th note. Straight on triple F. Good. Good, much better. Now let's take from 3 before pesante and go into this. And same here, dam, da-dam, dim, ba-bam, that it's really rhythmical and really energetic. 3 before pesante. Good. We'll work a little bit on this place. Much better now. That was a nice balance, nice triple F. And better style in general. Can we just take this mezzo forte chord, more D there, so that you really have that octave locked. Straight on that mezzo forte chord. You have a good dynamic, you just need to make it insanely balanced. Good. Now you just need to really make the diminuendo in balance also. You started excellent, but the diminuendo fell apart balance-wise. Once more, straight on S, mezzo forte. Much better. Now, your solo here, can it be a bit more accents in it? I think you could play maybe a little bit more also. I would say that you were on the mezzo forte side when you started your solo. So that it's really note by note in a way. So let's take that. Straight on you can start when you're ready. Come on. Triple S. That's nice. So really make a difference when there is accents and when there is not. So that you really have this sustained bam, bim, bam, dee, ba, dee, ba, ba. So that we really hear that. Okay, do you have chops for one playthrough of this place? Then we'll listen to how Helsinki Philharmonic plays it. Nice. Yeah, you heard the snap, right? Ding, ta-dam, bum, bim, bum. So you were closing up to that, so that's good. Now we move to after I in the second movement. Okay, first trombone leads. Already. Good things already. Can you make bigger difference between mezzo forte and pio forte, where you started now? So let's take that. So straight from that, just to get that difference. Really even crescendo also. Singing wrong notes, but. Tenuto, 3. Okay. Can you hold that longer? Yeah. So that is really so that you're not no accent here. That it's just full tenuto. Straight from that place. So it's you know where it is, right? One beat before your fortissimo chord. 1, 2, 3. much better. So it's almost like you are unwillingly doing the diminuendo. It's like someone is pushing you down. And then you back off to 1F, but it needs to be longer, the upbeat. Bam, ba, bim, ba, da, bi. If you're thinking what's going on in the trumpets here, you need to make sure to support also their second note. So, so longer upbeats to the tenuto. You know what I'm talking about, right? Good. So let's go same place. Upbeat to fortissimo chord. Upbeat in tuba. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good. That's much better. I think you can be now heavier on the 16th notes. There's a bit disagreement on if it's you're supposed to play it subdivided as it is, or if you should play it a little bit later, basically. So let's do it for now. Let's do it that it's really subdivided. So just a pure 16th in the ya da 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 di 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 pam pam. Same place one more time. 1, 2, 3. That's nice. That's nice. We'll listen to Helsinki Philharmonic here also. And that was the end of this session. Thank you very much. It was really nice to work with you. Well done. Nice progression also in your playing.
Nice. Hi. In this lecture, we are going to focus on themes and sound and how we use. Because in difference to the earlier symphonies of Sibelius, now you are more independent. You don't have the same rhythm, you don't have the same melody, you are playing completely differently than in the beginning of the Sibelius, the earlier Sibelius symphonies. And now this, of course, the Seventh Symphony, again, is the theme here has a name. Do you, Aatos, know what the name of this theme is?
Actually, I don't remember.
Well, the name of this theme is Aino. This has been sketched in Sibelius notes that this theme is called Aino. Aino was Sibelius' wife. And I think that the solo here has to be burning with that love. And there's another thing that is coming also that is clearly here. It's very floating. And when we have the different rhythms that no one is playing together, it makes it so that it's lifting and it's not heavy and settled. It has a much more like spacey feeling. And so, what are your thoughts about the solo, Aatos?
I would like it to be quite freely, or the feeling, but yeah, of course, we still have to have very exact pulse behind it. Of course, now we don't have the whole orchestra and no conductor, so we have to be extra sure about the pulse because we are playing in different times, or the start of the notes are like not in the same places. So.
One idea that I have about this solo is that, of course, the second and third trombone, you are supporting the first trombone, and the first trombone is kind of floating over the orchestra. So if you now can imagine that you're not playing here, but it's going all the way out to the hall, and that you're filling the biggest space with this gorgeous melody, and also make the sound a little bit, because these are supportive and they are part of the orchestra, you are floating on top. So if you could maybe have a little bit more centered sound, it will easily flow on top of the orchestra without you using so much energy.
Okay.
Quite nice. Now, the first entrance here. Can you imagine that you are, a bride that comes in and has a veil in front of her face? Can you, when the entrance to, when you come in, can you imagine that that veil is being lifted so that your sound is actually changing during the crescendo without being so pushed, but it's just like it really changes color. Can you try to do that again? Because that when you dare to lift that veil and have centered, because in a way Sibelius was really smart. Instead of going straight to the solo, he gave you an entrance that is very nice. And okay, we start here. Here I am. Now this is the gorgeous trombone solo that is coming. Can you imagine that? So, and then keep that unveiled sound for you. Nice. Good. Should we listen to what the Radio Symphony Orchestra sounded like with Blomstedt conducting? Okay, so the finale of the Fifth Symphony. So where did you find your themes here? And did you put the whale off?
Not maybe enough.
Towards the end.
Towards the end. Yeah, towards the end. And then also in the middle there, whenever you have a little tenuto or a marcato, it's like you lift that, take that out, and then put it back again.
Yeah.
That here in this place you can have much more marcato, for example. So we can do a little visualization here. Can you stand up? And you can close your eyes. And now imagine that you are these big swans that are Finland's national bird. Am I right? Yeah. And imagine that you are flying like a drone over all the lakes in Finland. And feel the tension that you have in your body. That very, very balanced feeling when you are actually floating on top. All over the forest and the lakes. Can you feel it? It says un pochettino stretto, so it goes a little bit forward. Yeah. Let's take from un pochettino stretto, and here you have the theme, and this is kind of the culmination of the whole symphony. And I mean, we are in E flat major. It's very heroic, and the trombones are playing the theme for the last time. And it's important that the second trombone is really bringing it out. Okay, so take from un pochettino stretto. One more time, and then please, like you have to support. So you do it together, play together. One more time. Great. Sounds great. And we can listen to what the Radio Symphony Orchestra sounded like when we played it some years ago. I get goosebumps when I hear this ending. And actually, to Sibelius and Finland's credit, the musicologists are fighting whether this is the most perfect ending of a symphony ever. So it's so, yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for your great playing.